Good morning, good afternoon and good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Danny's Detours, where we talk about anything and everything life related, and consciousness is our canvas. Welcome back to the channel, guys. You already know the score. I'm out and about again with my two favourite compadres in the whole wide world, Paddy and Willow. Yeah, welcome back to the channel, guys. And it's absolutely fantastic to have you all back out again. We're just starting about again on the back fields today. It's a little bit overcast and clouds are a bit gloomy, but we're not bothered because, like you say, we were due a bit of rain, weren't we, guys? You know what I mean? Because everything was drying up a bit too much because we were blessed with a good fair bit of sunshine these last couple of weeks. So it's a little bit more moist now, but I think, you know, the all the plants and trees and everything, as did the wildlife, they all needed a little bit of the old H2O from the skies. But yeah, like I always like to say, you know, look at this now, guys. But look, wow. I'm just going to give myself a quick sting because you already know that is good for the old right. There we go. Yeah. Ow. That's good for the old inflammation and hay fever in the body. As I always say, if you've not checked it out, make sure that you do go and check out some of my previous videos where I go in a little bit more detail with that. But yeah, we're like I always say, slow and steady progress wins the race, the tortoise. Because we're on 115 subscribers now, guys, which is absolutely fantastic. You know, I'm really pleased with the way the channel's going. I'm getting so much good feedback. People telling me about, you know, keep going, keep pushing the positive message, and people are enjoying the content. So yeah, that's fantastic. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about, I've got like a technique that I'd like you guys to try out this morning, and basically it's the art of manifestation and giving you the chance and the opportunity to change your life and to bring abundance or whatever it is that you want to bring into your life with relative ease. And basically what I invite you guys to do is get yourself a piece of paper, right? And on one side I want you to write down 10 things, yeah? But it doesn't have to be 10 things. If it's on, you know, if you can't think of 10 things, that's fine. But write 10 things down that, you know, you basically, you couldn't live without in your life. You know? So that could be like, I don't know. It could be your family members. It could be your children. It could be it could be anything, guys, yeah? And then obviously what I want you to do then after that is flip the piece of paper over and I want you to write down 5 things, yeah, that you love about yourself, but which you would love to see in other people also. So that could be like, you know, I love how caring I am, or I love how loyal I am, or I love how hardworking I am, and I'd love to see that in more people that I meet. Does that make sense, guys? Because when you start to peel back the layers and look at it, you know, it makes sense. Because when we are doing this, obviously when we are writing down the 10 things that we couldn't live without, what are we showing there, guys? We are showing gratitude, yeah? Because we already know that gratitude is the attitude which enables us to vibrate on what? A high frequency, yeah? And then obviously the 5 things, when you flip it over, the 5 things that you love about yourself and you would love to see in other people, that is what you call self-love, yeah? And that is when you start to put these thingies into practice, this is when you start to vibrate in the abundance frequency. So when you are vibrating in the abundance frequency and the love frequency, you know, self-love, because at the end of the day, guys, you cannot love the world or anyone outside of your world until you start to love yourself from within. And everything in this life starts from within. You understand? So yeah, So, and I invite you to do this, right? Write down 10 things, yeah, that you couldn't live without in this life and that you are grateful for. And then 5 things on the other side. But then what I want you to do is every morning, yeah, I want you to read these things out, yeah. The 10 things that you couldn't live without that you are grateful for, and flip it over. And then the 5 things that you love about yourself that you would love to see, that you would like to see in other people that you meet, yeah. And when you start, because the reason why I said do this in the morning and then before you go to bed at night time, because when you start to do these things, guys, yeah, this is when your brain is at the, it's at the utmost receptive part when you get up in the morning and before you go to bed, because it's the theta part of your brain which is utmost receptive. And then once you start to bring out this love, gratitude and abundance, then you are connecting and you are on the right frequency. And this is when you will start to see, because once we start to be grateful for the blessings that we have in our life, or everything that we do already have, because you've got to admit it, guys, right? You know, everybody want, yeah, and there's a lot of people out there that want more, but they're not grateful for what they do already have. Because there's, like I say, there's people out there that are homeless. There's people out there in wheelchairs who can't walk, you know. Obviously, like myself, you know, I could feel sorry for myself because I'm a type 1 diabetic, but you know what? I am grateful for that. I'm grateful that God gave me that, because it's given me the discipline. It's given me the, you know, the determination, and it's given me the mindset. And it also encourages me not to eat too much sugar, because obviously with being a diabetic, if I do so, which I know sugar is probably the most addictive and toxic, it kills, did you know this, right? Sugar, it actually kills, and I'm not saying don't eat sugar, you know, but I'm saying you've got to be very, very restrictive and keep it down to a low amount, because, you know, the research that I've done on it is sugar actually kills more people than like cocaine, heroin, drugs, you know, a lot of these hard drugs that are out there, believe it or not. Hence why they push all these, everything that is put onto the shelves now, and there's put GMO, genetically modified and things like that. Everything that is put into this world now is literally got hidden sugars, but now they're creating new chemicals, which are like, kind of like, so it's like if you look at like stuff like McDonald's, you know, stay away from things like that, guys, because literally they are there to slow you, you know, they've got mass amounts of sugar, but it's not even so much just the sugars that are in it, it's the chemicals that they put into it, which, you know, contribute towards them sugars. But yeah, so like I said, you know, write them things down, 10 things that you are grateful for in your life that you could not live without, you know. And it doesn't have to be 10 things, guys. And then 5 things that you love about yourself, yeah, that you would love to see in other people. And then you write them down, read them out in the morning, and then read them out before you go to bed at night. And that is when your life will start to change, because you start to vibrate on what? A higher frequency. And once we start to vibrate on a higher frequency, then what happens then? You know, we start to attract and we start to bring more things into our life through blessings, through the higher power, which is God, you know, because we are fragmentations of God. We are connected to God. But literally we are, you know, all we are is just, we're balls of energy, guys. And we are emitting out a frequency. And if you're vibrating on a low state of frequency, if you're watching the news, if you're listening to this, you know, listen, everything is like, if you're watching the news, everything is fear, uncertainty, doubt, violence. All these things are what? Low frequencies. So it's your job, yeah, to go out there, be happy, be grateful, show love, unconditional love, gratitude, courage, you know, joy. All these things are what? High frequency. So yeah, thank you so much. And like I say, thank you so much for the love and support. You know, I'm really happy with the way things are going. To all the people that do reach out to me, thank you very much. You know, all the people that are commenting, don't forget all the links to my all the links to my socials are in the description. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Thank you to everyone on TikTok, because I'm getting a lot of support on TikTok at the moment, guys. A lot of people reaching out, messaging, saying, oh, I'm really loving the content, which is absolutely fantastic to see. But for me, Danny D to us, Paddy and Willow, who are probably over there eating a little bit of poo now, I don't know. Love you loads. Have a fantastic day. Peace.